You guys, I saw this post that one man made, and I saw a lot of people comment under the post. This man was like that your husband is not your friend. Okay, like now my husband is not supposed to be my friend, that he's my lord. That's why this generation has recorded a lot of divorce cases. I'm going to put the post on the screen when I get my phone, okay? And I began to think, because I saw a comment about someone that was saying those that married their friends, they are the ones divorcing them, okay? Something like that, something like I'm married to my best friend. After like 1 year, 2 years, they're already saying they have issues and they no longer want to be married. And I said, let's just share it. You that is watching me, are you friends with your spouse? How long have you guys been married? Is your husband your friend or your lord? Or you don't consider your husband your friend? I might actually be wrong, because a lot of people have been in marriage for 25 years, 50 years, and they don't consider their husband their friend. This person was like, their husband cannot give you 24 hours attention and cannot attend to you, all your needs. I think I understood what he was trying to say. But the thing is, even as friends, your friends don't have to be there for you 247, because you have a life, your friends have a life. So your husband should be your friend as much as he's your lord. My own is, when it comes to all this submission thing, all I used to say is, if you know you cannot submit to a man, if you know that this person now that is saying marry me, you cannot submit to him, don't just go there. If you know that this person cannot lead your family, cannot lead you, just don't marry him. Because I think so many times women just be like, let me just marry him, he's going to change after some time. This man don't know anything, but I know, say if you be my husband, at some point he will come around. There's no coming around in marriage, though, because the thing is, after marriage you will see the bigger part of that behavior you don't like, or the one you liked. Okay, I think marriage somehow develops the behavior somebody has. Okay, so if you see that somebody have bad behavior, better run. If you know that this man cannot lead you, don't say that after marriage he's going to learn. Nobody is going to learn anything. That man have been growing for how many years without you in his life. So because he married you, he's going to change overnight. So if you know you can't submit to your husband, if you know that this man cannot lead your home, cannot lead your family, please do the man and yourself a favor and not accept that proposal. And you as a man, if you know you cannot love this woman, if you know you don't love her, please just let her be. But for friendship, please, husband and wife, you guys need to be friends, because both in friendship, that's how the relationship grows. Because I don't know people that are enemies and things is working. I know that most times they compare it with the olden days, that most women that married their husband, then they didn't know, and their marriages flourished and their marriages lasted for ages and all of that. But then when you ask for the health of this marriage, is nothing to talk about. Okay, most times they stay in that marriage just because society allows them to stay there. So don't say you not marry your friend so that your marriage will last. Just imagine that some people don't even know what their husband is doing. Some don't know the whereabouts of their husband just because they don't want to be friends with them. This man right here may be talking about olden days, that the wives are not friends with their husbands. Yeah, I think that's what was obtainable then. Like, you don't know the whereabouts of your husband. All you want is for him to just provide food for you and your children. You don't care what he does with his life, which I don't think that's the best form of marriage. I think this generation's way of marriage, like, you should be friends, you should know what your husband is doing, you should hold your husband accountable and then submit to him. As I said earlier, if you know your husband cannot lead you, if you know the person coming to marry you, you cannot submit to that man. Just let him, because it's going to make life difficult for him. Okay, so far the most important thing is just find out what works for you. Don't compare your marriage to another person's own. If you think that this person's marriage is working just because they are not friends, that doesn't mean your own work without you being friends with your husband. I don't know how you are going to move the family forward without being friends. I don't know how things are going to be working. I don't know how you are going to. I don't even want to imagine how the family is going to be. Okay, this is not to say that all the marriages in the olden days did not work. Some worked, even as lord and servant relationship was. This time around, even as friends, some marriages still work. So do you think men should be friends with their wives, or you think the main cause of divorces today is because men forgot their role as the lord and savior of their slave wives and became friends with them? Or you think the olden days marriage, where the lords didn't care about the wife's friendship, they don't even want to be friends with them, that marriage is better than the one we have now. I don't know, I was not born there, so I can't even say. But seeing that post now, this generation in 2023, that's what is making me to bring the post here to ask you all, if you are friends with your husband, do you think your marriage will not last just because you are friends with your wife? Okay, I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.